Hello and welcome to another interesting episode of Rising Borno, where we bring you developmental changes and transformation happening in Borno State under the leadership of the Executive Governor, Professor Babagana Zulum. My name is Dr. Yakubu Zala. Let's begin. Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum has reiterated his commitment to provide international healthcare services in Borno to avert medical referrals outside the state. He disclosed this during the commissioning of eye and dental hospitals in Biu local government and other key projects on Tuesday. The 70-bed capacity eye and dental hospitals comprise of sophisticated equipment, theaters, consulting rooms, pharmacies, and more. The modern facilities will address dental issues, glaucoma, cataracts, and eye-related diseases in southern Borno communities. Commissioning the hospitals, Governor Zulum said his commitment in the healthcare sector reflects in the 15% allocation budget circle prioritized in the Borno State's 25 years development plan and 10 years strategic transformation initiative.
I'm pleased to be in your midst today on this auspicious occasion of the commissioning ceremony of the Biu Eye and Dental Hospitals undertaken by this administration. I join the people of Biu to welcome all the eminent personalities who are here in part of this great event. The commissioning of this state-of-the-art hospitals is a significant milestone in our concerted efforts to revitalize the health sector in Borno State. It represents our commitment to providing accessible, affordable, and quality healthcare services to our citizens. I have no doubt that these hospitals are designed and equipped with modern facilities and staffed by highly trained medical professionals to meet the healthcare requirements of this densely populated zone, thereby reducing the need for referrals to the state capital or outside the state. Healthcare is one of the cardinal pillars of the Borno State 25-year development plan and the 10-year strategic transformation initiative. Reflecting on this commitment, we allocated 15% of the state budget to health sector in the 2024 budget. In line with the Abuja Declaration for healthcare financing, to prioritize health and well-being of our people. To enhance healthcare infrastructure, the Borno State Government has awarded contracts for the construction of modern general hospital in Uba, Askira, Gubyo, Magoneri, Mafa, Dikwa, and Hau, local government areas of Borno State. Nevertheless, we recognize that the development of a resilient healthcare system necessitates more than just physical infrastructure. The availability of skilled healthcare professionals is equally crucial. Regrettably, the scarcity of these specialists becomes a challenge, affecting not only Borno State but the entire country. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, to address this shortage of manpower, we are launching a multi-dimensional initiative incorporating a range of measures to attract, train, retain, develop skilled healthcare professionals and talents, and collaboration with educational institutions, among others. We are confident that by addressing the human resource challenges head-on, we can build a sustainable and thriving healthcare system that benefits all of Borno State. The Borno State Government achieved notable progress in enhancing primary healthcare service through collaborative efforts with renowned organizations such as Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, UNICEF, and Dangote Foundation. This partnership focused on strengthening primary healthcare services, ultimately leading to improved healthcare outcomes of the community. Government is exploring innovative solutions such as digitalizing to enhance healthcare delivery. Fiber optic cables have been laid at the State Special Hospital in Kashi Zobaram University Teaching Hospital, while a pilot digitalization project has been in the 1,000 housing estate primary healthcare center. This initiative will enable healthcare workers to access information and running resources, facilitating timely data upload submission, thereby greatly improving the day-to-day management of activities in health facilities. I therefore charge you all to ensure the sustenance of the highest standard of these hospitals and build upon it to justify its existence as standard hospitals. This will help realize the value of the enormous resources committed to its establishment. Let me use this opportunity to commend the Honorable Commissioner for Health, commend the Chief Medical Director, and commend the contractors that have worked here. I also want to commend my Deputy Governor, the able Deputy Governor, who was superintendent led the construction of this hospital. Furthermore, let me use this opportunity to commend the federal government of Nigeria, under the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for providing pre-maternal care throughout Nigeria. Furthermore, free dialysis center has also been launched by the federal government under the leadership of the Minister of Health. Finally, I wish to appreciate the entire people of the local government area for the visible demonstration of loyalty and support shown to us today. And I urge all to continue to guard and maintain these hospitals for the benefit of future generations. As we live here today, we are also launching the construction of 600 teachers' housing units in Borno State.
It is my singular honor and privilege to welcome you all, especially Your Excellency, to this August occasion. The health sector is a complex ecosystem which we cannot achieve meaningful progress without the active participation of all stakeholders. The Borno State Government, Minister of Health, is particularly grateful to His Excellency's enthusiasm in changing the fortunes of healthcare in Borno State. The event today is another milestone among many that we have crossed in advancing the status of healthcare in Borno State. The Minister of Health is receiving priority attention from His Excellency's government, and a lot of this has touched on critical areas that are of utmost importance in global and national health matters. Key among this is the state government's unwavering commitment to addressing maternal mortality. We are taking a multifaceted approach, drawing inspiration and from the best practices and leveraging strategic partnerships with national and global bodies in this regard. The Borno State government has demonstrated its commitment to strengthening healthcare infrastructure and services by allocating 15% of the state budget 2024 as well as 2025. This significant investment reflects the government's dedication to improving healthcare and well-being for its citizens. And this aligns with the Abuja Declaration, where all the countries in Africa came to Abuja and committed 15% of their budget to healthcare in order to reform healthcare in Africa. Borno has started it and is moving on. Following a study tour to Tanzania, a country that has made 75% reduction in maternal mortality, Borno State has partnered with the Norwegian government, NORAD, to implement the Safer Birth Bundle of Care program in order to crush maternal mortality in Borno State. This program, funded by NORAD through NCA, aims to provide essential medical equipment and training to healthcare personnel, focusing on skills that improve maternal mortality in Borno State. The SBBC intervention is a critical step towards addressing the state's high maternal mortality rates. According to the World Health Organization, Nigeria has one of the highest maternal mortality rates in the world. In fact, Nigeria is only better than South Sudan and Chad in terms of maternal mortality. And Nigeria contributes 38% of maternal mortality burden in the world. To combat this, the Borno State government is also launching a Be Mama initiative, which addresses the critical issue of transportation for pregnant women during emergency services, which is one of the 3 key delays that leads to maternal death. In addition to these initiatives, Borno State has been onboarded to the National Ambulance Service, NEMSAS, a program that will revolutionize emergency medical response in the state in due course.
Governor Zulum concluded his official tour with the foundation laying for 100 housing units in Hawul and inspection of 2 ongoing projects, which include the completed National Orthopedic Hospital and the construction of the General Hospital in Shafa. Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum has said more than 300,000 terrorists have surrendered to the government. He disclosed this when an organization named Alliance of San Institute for Security Studies, including the Norwegian Institute for Conflict Resolution, paid him a visit at the government house. The organizational delegations are in Maiduguri to sort deep knowledge of the Borno model, which yielded positive results in restoring peace after a long decade of insurgency. The Sahelian nations intend to replicate such approach in nations experiencing similar challenges. Governor Zulum revealed to the team that the community-based approach of the Borno model succeeded to the increase of surrendered terrorists, including their families. He added that the enjoyed peace made it possible for the state government to execute several projects such as hospitals, schools, and provide livelihood for victims of insurgency.
It's not a difficult task. The first thing we did was to close the gap, the trust deficit between the population and the government. Because once people don't have trust in the government, there will be no success. Secondly, we decided to support the victims. That's the first thing we did when we took over as a government. We decided to build schools, hospitals, create access to agriculture, provide means of livelihood to the victims. By doing so, we bridge the gap between the government and the population of the state. Thereafter, we also established a very strong and robust military public relationship, which is also very important. And most importantly, under the Borno model, we have main key objectives, because those victims have surrendered by themselves. Yes, they were not captured. That is the difference between what we have under the military custody, most of them, and what we have. Our own members have surrendered voluntarily. I know the psyche of some of you, what you will say about Justice system and others. So I think it's left for Gaby and other members to later on find out what is the position of the international law as regards those that have voluntarily surrendered. That's the first thing we did. We had an agreement with them that let them come out. That's the most important, and with the assurances from the government that they will be handled appropriately. So by doing so, we have established a very strong partner. And we had established a best practice during the first time of the exit. And when this bill came out, they affirmed to some of the agreements that we had, and then they started calling back people from the bush. But look, we are here in Maiduguri. Nothing has happened to us. Government has been listening to us, and we are in the process of reconciliation. That has given further impetus for them to also surrender. Then another thing that we did was to train them in the camp, give them especially psychosocial support trainings. But most importantly, using our traditional justice mechanisms, because the solution is completely local one, people-centered and government-led. That's one of the reasons why we are succeeding. So our Salewing Sokalas and others, including if there is Christian, we also have Christians. So ulamas used to, teach them in the camps on tenets of living harmoniously in the society with them. So there was a lot of preaching by scholars on the need to establish peace in Borno State. That is the first thing. Then some were given trainings in the areas of carpentry, tailoring, welding, among others. But most importantly, community leaders were invited to reconcile their differences with the repentant Boko Haram and ISWAT members. They are forgiven also under our traditional justice mechanisms. So these are some of the key issues that we have done that has led to the success of this very important program. It's not a new thing, it's a very simple thing, but most importantly, the trust is something that has to do with this matter. Those in the bush must have trust in the government, that the government will handle them appropriately whenever they surrender. That's the first thing we did. And then the victims themselves at the LGS level, they will be well repatriated in terms of providing schools, good health facilities, and above all provide them with means of livelihood. All stakeholders are involved. First and foremost, one of the biggest stakeholders is the community. The communities have fully accepted them to return home. One. Secondly, the Nigerian military is a very key actors in this program. They have also accepted that they will receive them and they will be treated well. And then the government of Borno State has agreed to abide by all the agreements. But then one most important thing is the issue of the psychosocial support, provision of technical and vocational education, and above all, forgiveness from the side of the victims. On this note, let me once again welcome you to Borno State, and I believe members of the Borno State team that are working on the program of our DDRR will give you more information if they have not done so. The Commissioner for Justice is here, The advisor on security is here. I don't know whether the Commissioner for Women Affairs is here or not. And then we also have other members from the Hajj camp and other 3 camps that we have, of which you will cross-fertilize ideas to have some certain insights on how possible best we did in order to achieve this peak right now.
In another development, Governor Zulum has upgraded Hajj Board to Hajj Commission and appointed new officials to oversee its affairs as it plans for pilgrimage this year. The governor, during the inauguration of the officials, assured his commitment to a successful 2025 Hajj, pledging to collaborate with the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NACON, and other stakeholders to ensure smooth operation. He furthermore highlighted the importance of synergy between NACON and state governors in order to prevent misinformation and ensure the success of the Hajj exercise. The governor commended the success of last year's Hajj operations under Senator Kakashewu's leadership and emphasized on the Commission's responsibility for both Hajj and lesser Hajj operations.
I would like to charge the newly appointed chairman and members of the Commission to work tirelessly to ensure that our pilgrims receive the best possible support. You must also work closely with the other relevant stakeholders, including the National Hajj Commission, to make sure that our pilgrims' needs are met during pilgrimage at the Holy Land of Saudi Arabia. As you embark on your new roles, I enjoin you to embrace transparency, accountability, and fairness as your guiding principles, and ensure that all pilgrims are treated equally. You should also explore innovative ways to improve the Hajj exercise for our pilgrims through leveraging technology to enhance the registration process, improve the quality of accommodation and transportation, and provide adequate medical care and support. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, the chairman and members of the commission were carefully selected based on their unquestionable integrity and track record of ministerial service to the state. The appointments were in line with the powers conferred in me by Section 4A, B, and C, and Section 10(1) and 2 of the law establishing the commission. It is my ardent belief that you will all bring your wealth of experience to bear towards the accomplishment of a successful Hajj exercise in the state throughout your tenure of office. The Borno State Hajj Commission has the following as full and part-time members. It has been stated by the MC. The functions of the Commission, among others, include to arrange and organize all intended pilgrims from Borno State for movement to Saudi Arabia for the performance of Hajj or Umrah. Not only Hajj, it's under your mandate, but Umrah is also under your mandate. To collect all fares from intended pilgrims for onward payment to the relevant authorities for the purpose of Hajj or Umrah. To make all arrangements for the accommodation and transportation of Borno State pilgrims at their destination. Construct and maintain Hajj camp in the state where necessary, where intended pilgrims will be kept temporarily before their departure to Saudi Arabia. To organize and launch enlightenment lectures, symposiums, workshops for intended pilgrims on the conduct procedures and some requisites of Hajj. To liaise with the National Hajj Commission and any other relevant body or organization from time to time on Hajj matters. At this point, I would like to assure you that we shall do everything possible to support the Commission in terms of timely release of funds, provision of logistics and other requirements for the Commission to effectively and efficiently perform its function and duties in accordance with the law. Let me also use this opportunity to commend the performance of the last year's Hajj under the distinguished Senator representing Borno Central at the National Assembly. Last year's Hajj was adjudged to be one of the best in recent times. Therefore, we want to use this opportunity to thank him and all other members of the last year's Amirul Hajj that have participated fully in the process of the 2024 Hajj. I want you to follow suit this year so that Borno State will also benefit from your appointments. Finally, with this remarks, let me once again congratulate you over your well-deserved appointment and wish you a successful tenure in office. On this note, it is my singular honor and privilege to inaugurate the Borno State Hajj Commission to the glory of God and to the benefit of mankind. Today, the 14th of March, 2025. Assalamu alaikum.
Let me seize this opportunity to express our profound gratitude, appreciation, and special thanks for giving us another chance to serve our state and to also serve our religion. Your Excellency, as you are all aware, that last year's Hajj success is being celebrated. The success that we have celebrated is due to the 100 maximum support we received from you, sir. Your Excellency, with the upgrade of board to commission, on behalf of the entire members, I want to assure you that inshallah we will live up to expectation. We will try our best to see that we have taken this commission from nothing to something, inshallah. And we'll try our best to make sure that the confidence reposed on us is being justified by us, inshallah. Finally, let me seize this opportunity to pray to Almighty Allah to give you more wisdom, more strength to continue with the good deeds, good services that you have been rendering to Borno State. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you abundantly in both here and hereafter. Jazakallahu khairan. Thank you, Your Excellency.
And with that, we come to the end of this week's edition of Rising Borno. See you next week for a fresh edition.